Here I'm at Publix. I just wanted to do a quick little run inside of here to make you feel a little better about grocery shopping and kind of outline how I do things in the grocery store. For my students, I have them typically to write a requisition. That's essentially just a grocery list. So what I like to do is on the top left of a sheet of paper, and I have it pre-printed by category. Produce. On the right, I have meat or protein, and then the bottom left, halfway down the page, I have dairy, and then on the bottom right, miscellaneous. What I love about most stores is that you go in and you're right at the produce section. So if all I need to get is produce, which I try to do, I'm in and out. If I have to go to Walmart for some reason, and I need to go to the produce section, I'm gonna go on the produce side. If I don't need anything out of that side of the store, I'll make sure I go onto the other side because surely I will feel a buggy. Or a cart, wherever you live and whatever you say. So in the produce section, I love how organized most stores are, and Publix does a really good job of it. They have this section over here where I spend too much money. Let me just say that. So you have the section with all of the juices, and when I don't feel like pressing my own juice, I really like some of these juices. And then some of the kombuchas down here. My guy tends to make some really great kombucha, but if he doesn't have any on hand, I'll grab some of these. To make it easier as we transition our diet, you might want to try some of these things to give you that same feel or similar feel. It's not going to be exact, just understand that you're making new things, right? You're trying to find the new thing to change out the old thing until you can adjust and get used to making things like you like. My boys really like this particular lunch, not meat, and on the label, it has 5 slices, but I'm telling you, they put too much on their thing, on their sandwich or whatever. And I'm like, are you buying this? And they're like, but mom. And then my youngest son, he would fry an egg and put on top of there. But you know, you have like lettuce, tomato, onion. You can really build a sandwich, make a nice sandwich. You don't have to put that many slices. So I try to stay away from so many processed things, but sometimes it's really helpful to have them in a pinch. So this list that you're writing out, you're gonna do your meal plan so that you can stick to it. You're gonna decide what items you need. I always put or have them put every ingredient, including salt and pepper, because one time we didn't even check to see if there was salt and pepper and we were out. Anyway, it makes life a lot easier. Here in the meat section, they have all of the not meats, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's on sale. Like, that thing is buy one, get one free. I don't have a list with me. I just want to pick it up. I love those sausage. I don't have any at home. The spicy ones I think are better than the savory ones. But let me get away from here. Anyway, this list helps you to keep from impulse buying, but this sale lasts until Wednesday. Every week it changes on Wednesday. So, you know, I need to check and see what I have at home because I'll have multiple things. So produce is first, and then you have your dairy alternatives. Publix does a really great job of having a lot of different alternatives. Backtracking to the produce section, what I wanted to say and what I did say in the video, but I didn't even realize I wasn't recording. Those for sale bins and markdown bins, 99 cents at Kroger. They have a bag of fruit. If you have bins, it's better to use those to help, you know, manage your budget. For the proteins, you have tofu, legumes, and all of that. For your beans, they can be fresh, frozen, canned, whatever. If cooking all this stuff from scratch, y'all, is too much, you know, find another way. And what I like to do is find the least number of ingredients in these cans. So 3 to 5 ingredients. Those beans had salt, black beans, and water. So if it's going to have a lot of ingredients in it, I want it to be because I put them in there, not because they came that way. So less is best when you're looking at labels, for me. I love store brands. Publix does a really good job with store brand. To me, if I'm gonna buy Oreo, I'm gonna buy an Oreo. I'm not gonna buy another thing that's like an Oreo, but most things in the store are pretty comparable, and it'll work for whatever you need it to work for. Publix usually has some type of heavy cream that's plant-based, so if I want to make sauces and need to thicken something, then that's great. It's a lot thicker, so it really gives you the mouthfeel that you're looking for. I know good and well that I didn't just record this whole thing after I thought I turned this on. I'm just talking and talking. Anyway, what I was saying was what I like about Publix is they have a really good assortment of non-dairy products. So when you're choosing your alternative, if you like Cool Whip and you're trying to transition, this is a good transition item. I'm not saying that it's necessarily healthy for you and this is what you should be eating. I'm saying we're taking baby steps. So anywhere we can do progress, let's do the progress. Publix also has this brand that I like. Their sour cream. I like this one. There's one that's made out of coconut that I don't really care for. But yeah. So sometimes I have to go to multiple stores to get the stuff that I want, especially when I'm feeding other people and they eat whatever. I want it to be as close to, I don't want it to be noticeable. And so I don't know really anybody that turned down my food, regardless of whether it's animal-based or plant-based or whatever, just because they know I'm after taste and I'm after it's good. And, you know, I want to win them over anyway. And so I want to make sure that the flavors are there. And they're like, I can't do this. I can't eat like that or whatever. Anyway, we talked about bulk bins and store brands. One thing I need to get out of this store. Let me get out of here. So let me just challenge you to try to go in the produce section and make plans around just the produce section and see if you can get your meals done and be satisfied and you get out of that store. People always tend to think that your being plant-based is expensive. Yeah, when you're buying the old stuff and you're buying the new stuff, it certainly is expensive to do both, because there's no give. So for those of you who don't like to shop, you know, you can do Instacart, have them order it. I don't care to do it because they don't choose what I'm trying to choose. It seems like sometimes they're not as mindful or considerate about what it is like I would be. And, you know, how can they be? They don't know what you really want. You just said a banana. You didn't say big, small, pretty, or whatever. But anyway, grocery shopping is a foundation to your wellness. I think that you can consider it a form of self-care, improving your diet and eating better. And I think we should all invest in our well-being. All right.